So, you want to experience heaven on earth. How do you exactly experience heaven on earth? Well, the first thing you want to do is that you're always making sure that you're operating from your higher self, not your lower self, okay? You always want to make sure you're sitting in the heavenly places. Okay, you want to make sure you're always sitting in the heavenly places. You don't want to be operating from your lower self and you think positivity is going to be drawn to you. There's no way. Now, in order to always operate from your higher self, the first thing you want to do is to get into the Word. Because, see, you need certain scriptures to help you to be strong in your faith. You need certain scriptures so that when you go into prayer, you can bring it up to God so that you can remind Him what it is that He has promised so that those promises can come to pass. Okay? The second thing here is that you need to always make sure that you're praying. You shouldn't even skip a day without praying. Because do you think the devil is ever taking a break? So you always want to consistently pray. And if you can break that down into at least 3 prayers a day, that's wonderful. Because spiritual warfare out here is really real, okay? So stay in the Word, make sure you pray. Another thing you want to do, always put on God's beautiful music. If you think about it, when you're doing that, you're in a really beautiful frequency, and that is the most highest frequency you can be in. So always put on the worship music, whether you're going to sleep, whether you're waking up. Matter of fact, those are the best times to do that. Put that on. And if you feel like somebody has offended you or something, put on some music. It's going to help you to get you out of that type of frequency, to be your most best self, okay? That's what you want to do. Now, another fourth thing that is very key is being careful with what you let go into your soul, okay? Because we want to be more so operating in the spirit realm, which is all the good things that God has for us, okay? Which is the highest part of ourselves. But if we're operating like that and letting negative things come into our soul, then we know we're going to be operating from our lower selves, okay? So what you want to do is make sure you be careful with what type of music you're hearing. Make sure you be careful with what it is that you're watching. Be careful with the words that people are speaking over you, okay? Maybe somebody says something in a conversation and you didn't like that. Your soul didn't like that. That's for a reason. At that moment, you need to go rebuke those words, okay? Because otherwise, it will go ahead and it will sit for a little bit, and then what you know, at that point, you're getting mad. You're letting it fester in your soul, and how can you really operate from from your higher self if you're letting something festering in your soul? Okay, at this point, then you're gonna act back in your human condition, and you're gonna act in a fleshly manner. You're gonna be holding on to that offense, and there's no way you can be operating from a higher place if you're holding on to offense. It's only bringing you down. Okay, so that's what you want to do with that. And with the offenses, like I said, if you have offended someone, go ahead and apologize. If there's no way for you to apologize to that person, you need to go ahead and apologize to God in prayer. Ask Him to forgive you, and all will be well at that point. But don't let that offense stay in you. Don't let it fester in your soul, in your spirit, okay? And then also, make sure that you forgive whoever has hurt you, okay? That's the very key thing there. Forgiveness is very key. You may not forget it, but you definitely want to forgive it. Once you forgive it, and it more time is going on, you may go ahead and forget it. But the key is forgiving, and have the true intent that you truly want to forgive, because God is seeing that too. He knows when you're being fake and saying, I've forgiven this person. He knows your heart. So be real on that intent that you want to go ahead and forgive, and you're going to see that you're staying at your higher part of yourself. You're going to see that you're bringing heaven on earth this way. Another key thing also, I would say, is to go ahead and make sure that you're incorporating more vegetables into your diet, that you're eating more whole foods. You can eat meat if you want to, but if God has told you that you need to turn away from that, you could go ahead and turn away from it. You want to do that. You want to incorporate more vegetables, because if you think about it, it's a more lighter diet. You don't want to be so heavy. You don't want to be gluttonous. When you're being gluttonous and you're being heavy in the spirit, can you really operate from that godly realm? Can you really have dominion over yourself? I think not. So people, let's incorporate more vegetables into the diet, and if you do have meats, you need to limit that. But your diet is very key to making sure that you're bringing heaven on earth.